I'm having multiple departments in my organization, and I keep on struggling between papers. I don't know what to do. I even lose some transactions because I'm not able to track. I'm not on time. I have to pay today many suppliers, but I didn't know that I have to pay them. So it results in a really bad cash flow for me. What should I do? ERPNext is the solution. No worries. ERPNext have all the modules that interconnects all your departments together and helps you to streamline your business activity with proper workflows and having time-to-time transactions entered into the system. So it covers the financial module, stock module, procurement module, sales module, lead management module, CRM module, project management module, and many other modules that can be plugged in as a custom module into the system, plus the main module for manufacturers, which is manufacturing and production. So with ERPNext, even HR, management, and payroll is available inside the system. With Aqiq solution, we have the experts who can implement for you all the modules, and they are business experts and IT experts, so you can have a successful implementation of all the modules in your organization. This video explains ERPNext and the different modules that ERPNext has. So hi everyone again, and as promised, we are back, and today we are going to explain to you ERPNext, its features, okay, an overall overview about ERPNext and what does it offer as an ERP to various industries and organizations. And before we go there, just a brief, those who have not seen our previous video, we request them to see the previous video, okay, as it explains about Aqiq Solutions. So as a company, we are Aqiq Solutions, and we are partners with Frappe and ERPNext. We offer ERPNext, which is 100% open source system, okay. So let's go into our topic today, which is what is ERPNext. So basically, ERPNext is an ERP solution. Now ERP, if you Google ERP, Google will give you a result showing that ERP means enterprise resource planning. So basically it's a system that runs full organization operations, okay, various across departments. You see, now when you go to any organization, you find there are various departments. Each department is doing their work, okay, and actually it's in a sync. So every department, example, financial department is in sync with the procurement, procurement is sync with stocks, stocks are in sync with sales, and vice versa, okay. They are interconnected, all the departments. So manufacturing firm, then even the manufacturing firms are synced with stocks, with sales, with procurement, okay, and management are on the top. They want to see the whole operation of the organization. So basically here now, to eliminate back and forth, to have a proper visibility of the company, you need to have a proper system. So here is where ERPNext comes into picture. So and there are various systems in the market, okay. So why ERPNext? Now let me tell you one thing. Before, and Aqiq Solutions, before we start this company, we did a lot of due diligence on and comparison between many ERPs, okay. And before even forming Aqiq Solutions, already we had an experience of 15 to 20 years in providing various ERP solutions. But as we have seen ERPNext, we said no, this is the correct solution which we are going to offer. First of all, it is 100% open source. Now when we say open source, it has been developed by a community, okay. You can search on the net what is open source, you will have a clarity, but it's developed by a community, and each and every person is contributing to this software. So you will find there is a growth in the features and capabilities of the software, okay. We as partners of ERPNext, the implementers of ERPNext, whom we implement basically ERPNext, we also find the liberty to develop more features, and we plug it into the system as part of the system, okay. It's very user-friendly, it has a flexible platform, and it is affordable. You see now, when the COVID came, basically, when COVID came, you found that there was an economical crisis in various industries. And many companies who used those very expensive softwares, okay, where they kept on paying regular or recurring licensing, they found it a huge burden. So if you go and compare it now with ERPNext doesn't have any license cost, so it's zero license cost, okay. Plus it is an open source system, okay. You find many people are supporting ERPNext as a system, okay. You want to add users, you just go and create a user and that's it. You don't have to go and pay anyone, okay. The code is not monopolized by a company. Because it's an open source, the code is open. It's for you to take it and you adapt it and then you develop on it, okay. You can also have your local IT guys working on ERPNext locally and implement it, okay. So the result is it's an inexpensive system compared to other systems, okay. So with ERPNext, definitely you can improve your productivity and you can scale up the system as your business grows. Like tomorrow you are in a business line and you decided to take up another business line, you don't have to go and scrap the ERP and look for another system. No, it can scale up, okay. So let's go into the ERPNext and I show you the basically all the features and modules available, okay. So if you see, it is cloud-based. First of all, so it is accessible by any browser. Here I'm using Chrome because it's recommended to use Chrome, but you can use any browser, okay. So you get a link, you access it through a link, you come to this page. Again, this page can be customized, okay, with the colors and combination. I made it very simple and with white and black, so it's visible on the screen. So I log in from here. You get the login box, you enter the username and password, okay. So I'm logging in as administrator, so I will have a visibility of all the system modules. So as you log in, the system brings you to a home page, okay. Now you see how user friendly it is, okay, very easy to use. It is meant to be on cloud, so it's very light, okay, and the installation is done only on the server. There is no installation involved on any client machines, okay, because there is no licensing as well. So here you will see this is a home page which you can edit from here. If you see, you can edit and you can add your shortcuts, so every user can have their own shortcuts, okay, and the frequently used options inside the system can be incorporated here on the home page. Now on the left hand side, okay, you will find that these are all the modules available in ERPNext. So you will find there is something called CRM or Frappe CRM, and CRM is known by customer relationship management. Accounting module, so you will find this accounting module actually deals with you see, when I click, it shows me all the options of the module over here, okay. It has a small dashboard, and again you see we have an edit button here, so whomever has the right can customize the appearance and the options over here. So you have those number cards, okay. Again, I can put whatever number cards I want for the decision makers to make quick decisions. Accounting module, and you have inside the accounting module you have the payables, receivables, and then you have the financial reports over here, okay. Also, so these are all the modules. Again, if we go to the buying module, you click, same way you get all the aspects that the system deals with the buying module, or we call it procurement. Come to the selling module. Again, this is sales management, starting from defining customers, making quotations, receiving sales order, and so on. We will go into each module in details in our next videos. Today we are just explaining about ERPNext and an overview of ERPNext, okay. So here you will find also it deals with a retail management system, that is a POS, a point of sale. Stock module, so it deals with the stocks over here. Fixed assets, The good thing is it has also HR module and payroll, and we have customized the HR and payroll module to fit the Kenyan market as well, okay, with all the statutories and the reports required. Production and manufacturing, and this is where our really strength is as Aqiq Solutions. We understand each and every aspect of manufacturing, and we are able to customize the system based on your operation as an organization. Like, I don't force you to come and use the system as it is. No, we customize it based on your operations. It has a project module for project management, okay, and then a support module is very good for internal support or external support, okay. You can also make you have the users module where you can create users and different roles for each and every users and permissions. We have also a website, so you can make a small e-commerce website which is plugged in with this system. So you have your people can buy your products online, and then the transactions are hitting the system directly, okay. Then if we come to the tools, so basically we can define notifications, auto email, also we can link the emails, outgoing or incoming emails with the system, and here is where we do all the settings of the system. So we have the system settings, global settings, account, stock, selling and buying. So these are the settings that we do. Again, the settings are how the system will behave for you as an organization. Example, if you are a distributor, then there might be some settings different than a manufacturer. Okay, it might be a different setting than somebody into pharmaceuticals and so on, or real estate. Okay, and then you have integration where the system already has an integration with Dropbox, with Google. Okay, and there are some also other integrations that can be done using APIs. Okay, now the good thing here in ERPNext is you can also create modules. Now see, these are all the modules available within the system, okay, but you can create your own modules. So when we say modules, any company, example, I'll give you an example. A company needs maybe a very specific operations to be captured inside the ERP, which is not part of the features over here. Okay, so what you will do now, we create a custom module using like this is a custom module, and I'll show you the functionality of a custom module. Example, my workspaces. Okay, so inside my workspaces we have created a custom module called PD checks. PD means post dated checks. So let me explain what's a post dated check. I'm sure you people already know because you are from the industry. Just to clarify it for maybe if somebody who is new to this. So it's a post dated check. Somebody gives you a check which is post dated, it's not current dated, or you give a check to somebody who is a post dated. So either you will give to your suppliers or you will receive from your customers. So now you can't enter it inside the system because it's not matured, otherwise it's going to hit the ledgers. So what we have done to manage this very smartly, we have created a module called PD checks. Okay, so now if I click on PD checks, you will find over here, I'm not going into details, we'll cover this in the financial module, just to show how we in Aqiq Solutions, based on our experience and expertise, we can develop modules inside ERPNext, and how ERPNext actually is flexible enough to allow us to develop and plug in any function inside the system. Okay, so here if you will find, this is one of the PD checks, okay, that has been captured inside the system. It has the amount, it has also the check reference date, okay, when it's going to mature, example. Okay, and the amount, and this is a supplier, so basically I'm giving a check which is a post dated check to a supplier. Okay, and then we have here something called, if I go back, we have here something called PD check conversion. So when the check matures, actually we come here and we convert the check into an actual receipt. Okay, so we say I need all the PD checks from date so and so to date so and so, and I say get post dated checks. All my post dated checks will be listed here, and then I can select a bank account to which I'm going to deposit the check. because when you receive, you still don't know where are you going to deposit this check. So it's only when you are converting it, at that time also we are allowing you to select the bank account and you save. So as you save, actually this post-dated check gets converted into an actual check or into an actual payment or a receipt, and then it hits correctly the ledger of either the supplier or the customer. So now the other features that the ERPNext has, if you see here, we have something called a search bar. It's a very smart search bar. So any option that you have here inside ERPNext can be accessible using a search bar. Instead of navigating through each and every module and selecting what you want, you can directly come here and search. Example, if I want to go and access a sales invoice, so I can directly come here and say sales invoice. You see, it brings me sales invoice, and anything that has the word sales, you see, you can see those reports, sales invoice trends, it brings it here. Okay, and I can also search sales in some area inside the system, maybe in a document or something, then I can enter it here. So sales invoice, I just click and it takes me to the sales invoice screen. Okay, what if I want to open a new sales invoice and I directly start transacting? So here I can come and I can directly say new sales invoice, you see, and I click, so immediately it will open for me the sales invoice screen in front of me, where now I can input the data and transact. Okay, any document, you can access it, any feature, any report, okay, you can access it through this search bar over here. You can also make some calculations, example 500 plus 500, you see it gives you the results. Okay, so it acts as a calculator as well for you. Okay, instead of opening a calculator by side and doing a calculation, you can just use this command prompt. Okay, and you can search even any word. Let's say I want to search something called Aqiq. So now if I click basically Aqiq, it will go and search wherever the word Aqiq is inside the system, if I have it. Okay, it gave me this Ask Aqiq AI. So because it had opened this, actually we had opened also an artificial intelligence inside the system. I'll explain it in a different session. Okay, what is it? So yeah, so this is basically the features. Now if we go to any reports, okay, I'll show you how the system and the reporting is flexible. So if I go to accounting module here and I go to financial reports example, and I come to, let's say, P&L, profit and loss statement here. So you will find this is a P&L. Basically it gives you a chart over here. Okay, and I'm saying for the fiscal year or for a date range. So if I say date range, I can also give a date range, or I can say for a fiscal year, so it gives you for a year. If I'm transacting inside the system for a couple of years, so I can select example from 2023 to 2024. So here down, when it displays for me, it will display for me 2023, 2024, 2025, for whatever years I am being using the system. So it gives me a proper comparative P&L account. Okay, and here also it's yearly. So if I want monthly, I can select monthly. So it converts this P&L for me directly into a monthly P&L. Okay, so like this, now the system actually gives me a proper way of transacting. Let me just refresh here. Okay, this is yearly. So if I say monthly, it brings me also monthly, Jan, Feb. You see, whenever there are transactions, it will keep populating and showing me the transactions in a proper way. Okay, so if you can see how the system is flexible even in reporting. Okay, now let's go and check any other report. Let's say I want to see the sales. I go to the sales invoice report. Okay, so it's going to show me a sales invoice report. Okay, showing me all the sales invoices over here. Okay, and it's going to show me the amounts, the status, whatever. It's a full report. Okay, now this report over here, the system also allows me to add more columns or information inside this report, or remove. Example, if I want to add some more information, you see those three dots here, I click, I come to pick columns, and then I can pick whatever information I want and I can add it to the report. See how easy it is. Means I don't need any programming language in order to come and do a programming in order to customize this report or bring existing information which is available. So any information that goes as input inside the system, there is a data entry for it, you can pull it in the reports. Okay, so if I come here and I say fine, I want to come here and say inwards, okay, I submit. So you will find now at the end inwards have come here. You see this column of inwards have come, and I can place it also here. I can bring it here directly. You see, you can just play with the position of the columns the way you need. Okay, you can also filter. You can have also multiple filters. You see, these are all multiple filters in the report. Okay, also you can slice and dice the report. Okay, and what I'm explaining in this report, in the sales invoice report, it is applicable for all the reports, not only here. Okay, so if I say add group, now I can say example group by I can say customer. So where is customer? I can say group by customer. I've given account. Okay, so it's giving me the first customer has example Nairobi Hospital has 7 invoices, Kisumu County 6 invoices, and so on. But if I want example sum of the amounts, okay, so I can say net total. Now it will give me the sum of amounts for each and every customer, and so on. So you can see, and the beauty again, I can save this report. So you come here, okay, you can, let me just group it again. So I say customer here, and I select the sum and I select the net amount. Okay, and once this is done, I can come here and I save this report. So I say sales invoice grouped by customer, and I can even give it my initial here, Quresh. Okay, because it's my report, I will use it whenever I come again. Okay, so now this report has been saved by QUR dash sales invoice grouped by customer. So I'll click here and come back. So whenever I come back, I just write QUR, okay, dash, you see, it's a report. Immediately my report comes in. So you see, now as I'm explaining, I'm customizing, no programming involved at all. Okay, now coming to some of the screens, let's see the flexibility of the screens. We have seen the flexibility of the reports. Let's come and see the flexibility of the screens. So again, let's come to, let's say a purchase order. Okay, purchase order where we do LPOs. I have purchase orders. Okay, when we go into the procurement, I'll be explaining in details the purchase order and how it works, what are all these progress bars and so on. But right now let's concentrate on how are we able to customize even the purchase order. So if I come to and I say add a purchase order here, a new purchase order, you see a purchase order as a supplier, required date, okay, the accounting dimension and so on. It has a lot of information here. Now let's see, I want to add some more fields in which I want to capture the information. It's very simple. I come here and I say customize. Okay, again, no programming involved. You see, I'm not programming anything inside the system. I'm just showing you how can I customize this purchase order in order to add some more fields. You see, now the whole layout is in front of me here. Okay, you see it's here, and it is beautifully designed and structured by the sections of the screen, okay, of that layout. Okay, so let's say I want to add anything over here, okay, or I want to add anything, let's say below the shipment number over here. I can just come, this is the shipment number, I want to add a field below it. I just come and say data, example, the field type, okay, and then I will just write the label, shipment details, okay, and I update. And here also I have the property of the field. You see, I want it mandatory, okay, it should be unique, so the data will not be repeated again. The same data cannot be repeated across multiple transactions and so on. Okay, I want it read only, so and many other functionalities for this particular field. So if I say update automatically now, this will be updated in my purchase order screen. Okay, and remember, because I have added this in the purchase order screen, the shipment details, I can pull it again in the purchase order report. You see, because I've added it here, now this particular field can be pulled into any other reports. Okay, because it's an input field, you will have an output for it. Okay. I'm just refreshing again this page, coming back to the purchase order. You see, the shipment details has been added here. Now remind you, because I am an administrator, I have full rights. I can perform any action inside the system. Definitely not any user can go and play around and customize reports or add fields. It all depends on the user rights and permission that we are giving. So as an organization, I'll decide who is going to customize, who is going to add fields, who is going to make changes to the reports. Okay, so this is in brief all an overview about ERPNext. Plus, remember, ERPNext also supports multi-language and multi-currency. Okay, again, it is secure. You can apply SSL and it becomes secure, and there are always regular updates and upgrades from one version to other version. And even the upgrade, it gives you a mechanism to upgrade whereby you retain your data. You don't start from zero. So all your data can be upgraded to a new version. Okay, so this is now about ERPNext. You can always reach us. You will have our contact in this video. If there are any questions, please reach us out, and let's meet you again in our next video, in which we are going to explain to you about the financial accounting module. Take care. Bye.